Mr. Sramprapillai. You are one of the social workers and also you are a prominent person within the Tamil community. And can you explain to us today's Thai Pongal and what is the significance of this Thai Pongal and why Tamil celebrate Thai Pongal especially?
Yes, greetings of Thai Pongal to you and the Tamils all over the world, in running into millions. Thai Pongal is starting from the word Thai. It means in Tamil the month of January. It does not generally coincide because the English month of January and the Tamil month of Thai does not coincide always. Generally, the first day of Thai, that is in January in Tamil, commences either on the 14th or 15th of January, the English calendar. So the today being the 15th, that the first day of Thai is born, and the Thai Pongal denotes again the Tamil word Thai plus that is equivalent to January, and Pongal is a kind of a rice cooked, sweetened rice that's also cooked in a certain way, which we'll give details later on in your interview.
And what is the significance of why do the Tamils, especially for thousands of years, more than here about more than 5,000 years, they were celebrating this festival as such as a Tamil festival. So can you tell us more about what is the significance? Why
Yes.
do we celebrate this one?
Actually started with the Hindu civilization, which turned into Hindu civilization. Those days, mostly people who lived in India, the tradition starts from, as you said, for over 5,000 years. The Hindus lives all over the world. Although Thai Pongal as such hasn't got much religious significance as such, but yet this is a day which is celebrated in order to thank Thanksgiving for two people. One is the farmer who soil, as you know that the rice is consumed all over the world by mostly the Tamils and other Asians as well, and that is a prime food. That is reflects the agricultural countries like India, Sri Lanka, and many other countries where most Tamils live. And therefore, firstly, they want to thank the farmers. And before that this is, although I said it hasn't got that kind of significance, because the Thai Pongal is also differently termed. Either they could say Thai Tirunal or more appropriately, Thamler Nal. That is to say, that is the day for the Tamils. It has no religious connotations or significance. And that, then the other person they thank is the sun which gives the energy for the farming. As you know that the paddy in the harvesting, for the harvesting as well as even growing of the paddy, that is the most important aspect other than soil and water is the sun. So this is being celebrated in order to thank the sun, and that is why this festival starts almost when the sunrise starts. That is to say that early in the morning in mostly Asian countries like India and Sri Lanka, generally they start because the sunrise there by about 5:36 in the morning, and therefore they start very early. And also this cooking of this rice, as I mentioned to you, in a pot, a clay pot, with decorated with various things, and sometimes they have what is called, because this is run in the front, because we have facilities back in Sri Lanka mostly and also in India, that to cook this in front of your house, the courtyard we call it, and we have an improvised heath that is like the fire, that we have 3 or 4 stones put together, and then we use the firewood and then put the clay pot with firstly we'll start with water and boil it. Then we'll have to put some milk into it. They use generally two kind of milks. One is the coconut milk and the other is a cow milk. Cow is regarded as a very holy animal for the Hindus, although I would say there isn't much of a religious significance here, because it's an ingredient that which goes to make the sweetened milk. Then they will boil the water and then put the milk, and this is why it's called Pongal, because it has to come out of the clay pot. Then only they will put the rice. So in order for the water and the milk is the ingredient which facilitates for it to come up out of the pot, and then once it come out, then they put particularly they will have 2 or 3 people as an auspicious time, and they will get those people to put the rice inside the pot, and then they will continue to boil it until such time it's fully cooked, and then they will add into that milk and sugar, or it could be jaggery that's made of sugar cane, and that's another refined form of jaggery, a sweetener. And then once this fully cooked, then they will offer this first, and also it is actually served in a traditional way in a banana leaf. And as you know that banana leaves are abundantly available both in Sri Lanka and India, Malaysia, Singapore, and various other Asian countries, and even in Australia I understand that they are now growing it, so that it is served on a banana leaf, and the first it is offered to the sun, like offering to any offering that is done. The idea of offering that is, once the sun, we thank the sun, then it is distributed among the people who are gathered there. It could be close relatives, it could be friends, neighbors, and so forth. That's how, and then they partake in that meal, and that is how the day starts on a Thai Pongal day.
And why it is the month of January or the Thai? Why? What is the significance?
Because according to the belief, although there is some controversy, I would say, the Tamils regard the Thai, that is the January, the beginning of, either it could be the 14th or the 15th of the month, which is the first day of the beginning of the year. They regard it as the first day of the beginning of the year, and therefore the first day itself, they want to offer this to the sun and to the farmer. So without delaying it further, and also before they cook in other ways, they have to first offer to the sun and also to the farmers, and then only start continue to use the harvest. Because it is also coincide with the harvesting of the rice. The paddy field, they bring the rice from the paddy with the stalk and everything, and then they will thrash it, and then they will take the seed out of that, and then they are going to remove the outer cover of the seed from that by so they can grind it, or these days you get rice mill, and they will refine it and then get a refined rice, and that is the rice which is cooked in the pot.
And what are the other cultural things they do during this day?
Well, first and foremost, everybody has to take a bath before participating in this function, including those, generally it is the ladies' job. I'm not trying to discriminate here whether ladies or men should do it, but mostly it is at home, it's the ladies, maybe in a temple, men also do it. They all have to take a bath first. That is a very, very important aspect of the starting of this ceremony. And then they will also have to clean the place. If it is a courtyard, they are generally, it is sand, or maybe sometime it is cemented, but they have got to clean that place, and it has to be, cleanliness is an aspect of this particular, any ceremony, I would say. So cleanliness is done. Then thereafter, then they will attire in a particular way, like as if the farmers, you know that they generally wear a Asian dress called dosti or verti, we call in Tamil, and they will be attired. Generally, they are bare body, a bit half naked, you can call it. They won't wear a shirt or anything of that sort, because that is also part of the significance of that, because the farmers only wear dress like that and do the farming. And then also sometimes people use sugar cane. They decorate the pot also with sugar cane, and also some other herbs, things like that, and margosa leaves and so forth. So these are some aspects. And also they generally, because it's a courtyard, just in front of the courtyard and just in the side, by the side of the place where they have this urn or heat, they call it, or the improvised fire of the cooking methods, they will have what is called kolam. That is a kind of a decoration. They will have it so that to make it impressive.
And then after that, the Pongal is prepared and it has been served to the god. And
Yes.
Do you think any significance that the Tamils prayed for the sun god as such.
Yeah, well, you know that as I said to you, because the energy, because unlike in various other places, possibly now there are artificial energy coming, but in most of the countries like India and Sri Lanka, 90% of the energy is generated by the sun. Whether it is because unlike in Western countries, it's summer right throughout. There is no time called winter or the autumn or spring. It's almost every time it's like summer. So sun is there out of the 365 days. You'll be able to see the sun at least for 300 days. So it is the sun is the most important aspect in their farming life, and which gives energy for the harvest to grow. Because as you know, that the sun is very very much essential for the growing of the harvest.
And what are the other things they do in the day?
Well, as I said, generally what happens is it's a bit of a reflects the community as well. I must say that irrespective of whether you belong to whatever religion you belong to, that this is a festival of the Tamils. They all in the neighborhood gather together, and they will some houses where they are not able to have this ceremony because somebody may have died or for some other reasons they are not able to celebrate. So what they will do is whoever who is able to celebrate, they will distribute the food, and sometimes they might call the neighbors or anybody, friends and others, and have the same thing in their house. Or sometimes they might even organize a festival near a hall where the whole community gathers, and the various temples they do these things, so forth.
And it's also said that it's celebrated over not only one day, it's celebrated over number of days.
Yes.
So if you can say what are the other days which the celebration was done to.
Well, particularly the one day, the first day, they do this in the morning, offering to the sun. In the afternoon, they sometimes do the same thing in order to, because there are not everyone is able to come at the same time. They continue the function of the same day. On the following day, what is called Matu Pongal, that is to say that that's a Pongal to honor the cattle. That, as you know, that the bull is used to plow the paddy fields, and they are very helpful because unlike in the present modern technology, you have the tractor which plows the paddy field. But in the olden days, we are talking about these things had, as you said, started 5,000 years ago. During those days, there was no technology, there was no electricity, there was no current, and all that they had is a gadget which they used to plow with the help of the two bulls used on either side of this particular machinery, and they plow the whole acres and acres of land are used, but the human input is also necessary because you had to guide the bull, and this is why there is a festival called Talikat to coincide with this, which now I understand in India the Supreme Court has ruled on an application made by somebody saying that it's a cruelty to animal, although I understand that they kill a bull and eat, but I do not know what the objection is in taking this particular celebration, which reflects actually this the using the Talikat or the bull is being let loose, and generally men chase after them and to trying to bring them under control. This is part aspect of the ploughing, because as you know, when you use the bull, sometimes it can run riot. It can go all over the place. In order to tame them and to domesticate them, that these methods are used. So I don't see particularly any objection in having the Talikat, but the Supreme Court of India has ruled that is not right because on an application made by some animal activists.
But on the other hand, this is mostly the taming of the horses is not considered as a cruelty to animal. Why should taming of a bull could be considered as a cruelty to animal?
Yes, indeed. You know, they have races here using the horses. How many times they whip the horses and make it run faster and faster? And is that a cruelty? Then in that event, all these so-called European human rights-minded countries had to ban race, not only horses, even sometimes dogs are used for the similar purposes. So I don't see any particular reason why this is regarded as cruelty to bulls, I don't see any reason. I think that's totally wrong. As long as you treat them with reason, you don't harm them, I don't see any objection in you having talikat or this particular celebration with bull.
And also in Spain, especially, they used to kill the animal then and there as a sports.
Yes.
And it's not done like that. It's just the people getting on the top of the bull in any form to tame,
Yes.
tame them,
Yes.
get hurt themselves.
Yes, indeed.
And then are they considering that this is a sport which is dangerous for the human being themselves?
Well, the application is not based on that. To be honest with you, if they made an application on the basis that because while in the process of taming, that human beings are getting hurt or they are getting injured, I would have seen some justification for banning on that ground. But the grounds upon which they are banned is that cruelty to bull, which cannot be accepted. As you rightly said, that in Spain they are doing it. Not only that, in many countries they are doing it. And also, as a matter of fact, even in Hindu temples, they used to slaughter some of these animals as part of offering, which I think gradually has now stopped in many temples, but still in a few temples they still continue both in Sri Lanka as well as in India.
Yeah. And also, what are the second day is that one. And then also, what other aspects that we can, this celebration is a bigger celebration. Thai Pongal is a very biggest celebration for Tamils.
Yes.
So what are the other things they do in the day?
Actually, there is a phrase called Thai Pirandal Valipurakkam. That is to say that when the month of Thai is born, that everybody will be able to, whatever any outstanding issues that they have, that will all smoothly be able to resolve them. So that's what they are saying. So the beginning of the month and the beginning of the year is more significant. Therefore, some time that celebrations can continue depending on where it is happening, even for a week, and in order to continue that spirit of celebrations, and so that the people are able to live with peace, and generally in order to invoke, apart from anything religious significance, I think it is a community spirit that people get together, celebrate together, and then for the whole year to be like that we have to be happy all the time.
And also, this Thai Pongal is, as you said, is a new year.
Yes.
For Tamils. So why it has not been the month of April have been brought in here? If at all you can say something on that line.
Yes, actually the Tamil almanacs, we call it, the Panjangam.
Yeah.
Panjangam in Tamil refers to the month of April as the Tamil and Hindu New Year. That is how it is described. So to the people who are particularly, not so much the Tamil, the Hindus regard, according to their Hindu belief, that the year begins generally either the 13th or 14th or 15th of April, which is regarded as the first day of the month of the Tamil Hindu New Year. That is why that they are regarded. Actually, this controversy arose in India, and under the Chief Minister of Mr. Karnanidhi, earlier it was in April, they brought forward to the month of January or the Thai, and now there is still a bit confusion, but people have now gone back to April, if I understand, even in India. So I'm not very sure as to why this difference is there, but the difference exists. Probably that has something to do with the Hindus' belief, not to do with the Tamil beliefs as such.
No, that as you said, rightly said, the Tamil said is a new year because the first day of the month, the first day of the month of Thai, and the month of Thai is the start of the month of 12 months.
Yes.
So it's actually beginning of the year.
Yes.
So it should be the first day of the, if Tamils are celebrating, then it should be not the new year according to your religion,
Yes.
but as a Tamil, it should be the first day of the month. Is it right?
Yes, for the whole Tamil community, if you ask me, that the right and appropriate date is the first day of the Thai month, which coincides generally the 14th or 15th of January, the English calendar. And those who are Hindus, who are ardent, probably who want to believe that it is their month, that according to the almanac or Panjangam only start in April, they may do so, but they are in the minority.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and talking on the Thai Pongal Day. Thank you very much for your contribution and enlightening us with the festival. Thank you.
Thank you for interviewing me and making the people know what this festival is about. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
Thank you.